your weekly shot of Gen AI news.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Deep Dive, where we like to take a closer look at what's happening in the world of AI. And today we're diving into the latest AI Espresso newsletter.
Always a great source for, that quick hit of all the latest and greatest.
It really is.
Yeah.
This issue is packed. I mean, AI is really making its way deeper and deeper into our digital lives, I think. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the lines between the digital and our physical world are definitely blurring.
Yeah, and speaking of blurring lines, one of the biggest stories this week is Anthropic's Claude. It's got a major upgrade.
It has.
I mean, it can now interact with like desktop applications, like actually, clicking, typing, even moving the mouse around. It's like having an AI assistant literally controlling your computer.
Right. And I mean, think about the possibilities there, right? Like Claude can, browse the web compose emails, maybe even, edit videos all on your behalf.
Yeah, I mean, some companies like Replit and Canva, they're already using it to, streamline workflows. But it's pretty wild to think about.
Yeah. Like that level of control is kind of, I mean, it's exciting, but also a little unnerving.
Well, sure. And, of course, there are security concerns and, just concerns about control in general, right? I mean, how do we know that this AI with that much power isn't going to be, misused?
Right.
But Anthropic, they seem very aware of the risks.
Yeah.
And they've implemented a bunch of, safety protocols, and they're constantly monitoring Claude's actions and recording everything it does. It's almost like if you had like a super skilled intern who meticulously documents every single step they take.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like they're really prioritizing responsible development along with the innovation,
Exactly.
Which is good to see. But I'm curious about the practical applications here. Like who really benefits from an AI that can, navigate a computer interface like that? Well, I mean, the potential is huge. I mean, especially for individuals with disabilities, for them, Claude could be a game changer because it allows them to interact with computers in ways that just weren't possible before.
Right.
But even on a larger scale, it could revolutionize how we work, automating all those tedious tasks and freeing up humans, to focus on more creative work.
That makes sense. And speaking of AI becoming more integrated into our lives, another big story this week is that ChatGPT is now part of Apple's iOS 18.2 update.
Big news, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like Apple's really making a push to make AI just a seamless part of the Apple user experience.
They are, and it's interesting that they've made it an opt-in feature for both Apple Intelligence and ChatGPT. So users can decide how much AI they want in their digital lives.
Right.
It gives them that element of control.
Yeah, and for those who do opt in, the features are pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, Siri's knowledge base gets a boost from ChatGPT's massive data set. There are new writing tools that can help with everything from emails to social media posts. And of course, we can't forget about image generation.
Right. You can leverage that creative power of OpenAI right there on your Apple device.
Yeah, it's really kind of showcasing how AI and mobile technology are really coming together.
Yeah, definitely converging.
It'll be interesting to see how people respond to this level of AI integration.
It will.
Will they embrace it as this powerful tool, or will they be a little hesitant about, privacy and data security?
Yeah. Time will tell.
Time will tell.
And speaking of companies, vying for a place in the AI landscape, xAI, Elon Musk's company,
right?
They just made their Grok model available through an API.
Yeah, and they set a pretty competitive pricing structure. I mean, developers will pay $5 per million input tokens and $15 per million output tokens.
Right.
Now, for anyone who isn't familiar with those terms, tokens basically represent units of text processed by the model.
Right.
So input tokens would be the text you feed into it.
Yeah.
And output tokens are the text it generates.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and what I found really fascinating is that xAI's API also supports function calling for external tools.
That's huge.
Yeah, and their documentation hints at some pretty ambitious plans, like future vision models for text and image analysis.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, you've already got OpenAI and Anthropic in this space. So xAI entering the market really kind of adds another layer of complexity to this whole, AI landscape.
Oh, absolutely. And especially considering that, xAI just raised $6 billion.
Wow.
And they have access to a ton of resources and data from, Musk's other companies.
Right.
So it will be interesting to see how they leverage all of that to differentiate themselves.
It definitely adds a new dimension to this whole AI race that's going on.
It does.
But let's shift gears a little bit and talk about something that I think will appeal to the bookworms out there.
Okay.
So there's this new AI-powered reading app called Smashing.
Smashing. I've heard of that. Isn't that the one created by the founder of Goodreads?
Yes.
Otis Chandler.
Okay. Yeah. And it's really aiming to revolutionize how we engage with online content.
How so?
Well, instead of just passively consuming information, Smashing actually curates web content
Yeah.
and uses AI to analyze it from multiple perspectives.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of like having a panel of experts, dissecting each article you read,
Interesting.
providing deeper insights and encouraging critical thinking.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a really cool concept. And the user experience is incredibly personalized. It generates these interest feeds and matches content based on your reading habits and even community engagement.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and they have this feature called AI questions,
Okay.
which generates different viewpoints and offers these like story overviews to enhance your reading experience.
I mean, imagine an app that actually helps you deconstruct those complex topics and explore, all these different perspectives.
Right. It's like a critical thinking booster shot,
Yeah.
for the digital age.
I like that.
Especially in a world where, we're so susceptible to echo chambers and information overload.
Right.
This app could be a game changer for how we consume and process information online.
That's fascinating to see how, AI is being used to tackle these challenges.
And speaking of fascinating applications, we need to circle back to Anthropic's Claude. It seems this versatile AI has added another trick to its repertoire:
Oh, yeah. What's that?
code writing.
Really?
Yeah, it can now write and execute JavaScript code.
Wow. So this is huge for developers, right? I mean, it allows them to test and develop solutions in real time. It's like having an AI pair programmer.
Exactly.
That's pretty wild. And it's not just writing code. Claude can actually analyze data, perform calculations, and even create interactive visualizations. Like imagine uploading your sales data and having Claude generate these comprehensive reports, with all the charts and graphs and everything.
That's incredible. That could save businesses so much time and effort,
Great.
freeing up their teams to focus on the bigger picture.
Exactly. And it's not limited to just sales data.
Right.
I mean, think about the implications for scientific research, financial modeling. I mean, the possibilities are pretty much endless.
Yeah, it's like giving researchers and analysts this, superpower to uncover hidden patterns and insights.
Absolutely.
I mean, this issue of AI Espresso has really showcased just how much AI is transforming our world.
Yeah, it really has.
From AI assistants controlling our computers to reading apps that enhance our comprehension, it's really reshaping our digital landscape.
And it's all happening so quickly. It's cutting edge today. It could be obsolete tomorrow.
Right.
It really highlights the importance of staying informed and adapting to this, rapidly evolving technological environment.
Absolutely. I mean, our listeners are already pretty engaged with the AI space, but
Right.
it's so crucial to cultivate that mindset of continuous learning.
Right.
The AI landscape is constantly shifting, and embracing new knowledge is key to navigating this exciting but complex terrain.
It is. And, don't be afraid to experiment a little bit.
Yeah.
Try out some new AI tools, explore different applications, share your experiences with others. It's a great way to deepen your understanding and contribute to the collective knowledge.
It's a collaborative journey for sure. And as we, delve deeper into this world of AI, I think it's important to have those open and honest conversations about the ethical implications,
Of course.
the potential risks, and how we can ensure that it ultimately benefits humanity as a whole.
Right. It's not just about the technology itself. It's about, shaping the future we want to live in.
Right.
A future where AI empowers us, connects us, and helps us solve some of those really big challenges that we're facing.
Absolutely. And speaking of shaping the future, one aspect of this whole AI revolution that really excites me is its potential impact on creativity and innovation.
That's an interesting point. A lot of people, they worry that AI is going to, automate everything and replace human jobs.
Right.
And while those concerns are valid, we also need to recognize AI's potential to actually augment human creativity.
That's a crucial point. I mean, how do you see that playing out in practical terms?
Well, think about AI image generation tools, for example.
Okay.
They're not meant to replace artists. They're meant to provide new tools and inspiration for creative expression.
It's like having a digital paintbrush with an infinite palette of colors and textures.
Exactly. Artists can use these tools to explore new ideas, experiment with different styles, you know, push the boundaries of their creative vision.
And the same applies to AI-powered writing tools,
Right.
music composition software, even code generation platforms.
Hmm.
Instead of viewing AI as this threat to human creativity,
Yeah.
we should embrace it as a collaborator, a partner in the creative process.
I like that perspective.
It's about harnessing the power of AI to unlock new levels of creative potential within ourselves.
Exactly.
I mean, we've seen how AI can amplify our analytical capabilities, but it seems like it can also ignite our imaginations.
Absolutely. And as AI continues to learn and evolve, the possibilities for that creative collaboration will only continue to expand.
It's an exciting time to be exploring the intersection of AI and human ingenuity, that's for sure.
It is.
This week's AI Espresso has really given us a lot to think about.
It has.
We've talked about all these amazing advancements, from AI assistants managing our computers to reading apps that deepen our understanding of complex topics. And we've explored the broader implications for the future of work, creativity, even humanity itself.
It's clear that AI is becoming an integral part of our lives. And like any powerful technology, it's important to approach it with both a sense of wonder and a sense of responsibility.
I agree. We need to have those open and honest conversations about the ethical considerations, the potential risks, and how we can make sure that AI is developed and used in a way that aligns with our values.
This is a conversation for everyone, not just technologists and policymakers. We
Right.
all need to be informed and engaged and actively involved in shaping the future of AI.
Absolutely. And now we'd love to hear from our listeners. We've shared our thoughts on these developments, but we're eager to get your perspectives.
What are you most excited about? What concerns do you have?
Share your insights in the comment section, and let's keep this conversation going.
Right, because this is a collaborative journey.
Yeah.
The future of AI isn't predetermined. It's something that we're all shaping together.
And by having these thoughtful discussions, asking the tough questions, and sharing our perspectives, we can help ensure that AI is developed and used for the benefit of all humankind. This week's AI Espresso really covered a lot of ground. From AI assistants that can control our computers to reading apps that help us understand complex topics, it's clear that AI is rapidly becoming part of our lives.
It is, and as we've talked about, these advancements bring a lot of opportunity, but also some challenges.
Right, we've discussed the ethical considerations, the importance of responsible AI development, and the need for everyone to stay informed. But before we wrap up, I'd like to touch on one more crucial aspect: the impact of AI on the future of work.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of people are thinking about. How will AI reshape industries, and what will it mean for jobs?
It's natural to wonder if AI will lead to widespread job displacement. But it's important to remember that throughout history, technological advancements have always created new opportunities.
Exactly. I mean, look at the invention of the automobile or the internet. They disrupted existing industries, sure, but they also paved the way for countless new jobs.
And in a similar way, AI has the potential to automate certain tasks, which could actually free up human workers to focus on more creative and strategic roles.
Right. It's not about AI replacing human labor. It's about using AI as a tool to enhance our capabilities and create new avenues for human ingenuity.
Exactly. Imagine a world where AI handles all the tedious data entry tasks, giving employees more time to build relationships with customers or develop innovative strategies.
Or think about healthcare, where AI could help doctors diagnose diseases more accurately, analyze medical images, even perform surgeries with greater precision.
The key is to embrace lifelong learning, adapt to the evolving job market, and focus on developing skills that complement AI.
It's definitely an exciting time to witness this transformation of the workforce. And those who are willing to embrace change and adapt to these new technologies will thrive.
Absolutely. So to wrap up today's deep dive, here's a final thought-provoking question for our listeners. As AI becomes more integrated into our lives, how can we ensure that it aligns with our values and truly benefits society?
That's the big question, isn't it? And it requires an ongoing dialogue between technologists, policymakers, ethicists, and the general public.
We need to establish clear guidelines, frameworks, and address concerns about bias and discrimination to make sure the benefits of AI are distributed equitably.
It's a collective responsibility, really, shaping the future of AI in a way that promotes well-being and creates a more just world.
So we encourage you to keep exploring these topics, dive deeper into the resources we've mentioned, and continue the conversation.
Thanks for joining us today on this deep dive into the world of artificial intelligence.
Keep learning, stay curious, and we'll see you next time for another insightful exploration of the latest AI developments.
Espresso. AI. Espresso. AI. Espresso. Your weekly shot of Gen AI news.